Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for LG's 34-inch ultra-wide curved monitor, model number 34WR55QK. Thank you to Best Buy for sending me this product for free to try. You'll receive the stand base, stand column, 140-watt power adapter with 5-foot cord, 5-foot power cable, 5-foot HDMI cable, 5-foot USB-C to USB-C cable, cable management clip, manuals, and the curved display. The screen measures 14 inches tall by 32 inches wide, with a thickness of about 2.5 inches, giving it a 34.5-inch diagonal. To assemble, flip the screen over and note the two straight tabs at the top of the central column's bracket. Ensure that you don't remove the styrofoam insert at the top of the column prior to installation to prevent the bracket from moving. Insert the tabs into the VESA 100 compatible slot at the back of the monitor and press the bottom two tabs in until they click. Make sure the bracket is locked in place before attempting to lift the monitor. Now align the bottom of the column with the stand base and set it in. Underneath the base, use the thumb turn to tighten the screw until snug, then fold down the handle. The base has 5 small rubber feet that will help keep the monitor stable on your desktop. Now you can remove the foam insert behind the mounting bracket. This allows the monitor to tilt forward to up to a 5-degree downward angle or back up to 20 degrees. Note that the screen does not rotate to portrait orientation due to the curve, but its height is adjustable from 4 to 8.25 inches above your desk. The rear I/O panel has 2 USB-A 3 ports, aux out jack, power port, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, 1 DisplayPort 1.4 input, and USB-C uplink hub with 65-watt power delivery charging that also supports DP alt mode input. Note that the 2 USB-A ports won't work unless the USB-C is connected to an uplink device like a computer or laptop. Below the I/O is a Kensington lock slot, and underneath the chin below the logo is the multi-function power button 5-way joystick for the OSD menu. After plugging in the monitor and connecting at least one input source, you can slide the cord guide onto the center column to manage the cables. The cable guide slides up and down the column so you can adjust its position with the screen height. Clicking the power button powers on the monitor, as well as brings up its settings. The button has an LED power light that can be toggled off in the settings. This VA panel has a 3440 by 1440 max display resolution, 21 by 9 aspect ratio, and 1800R curvature. To get my laptop's output to fill the screen, I connected it via HDMI with its display resolution set to 3440 by 1440, and aspect ratio on the OSD menu set to full wide. Since the monitor is curved, it is best viewed dead center from a distance of about 2 feet. There is a little bit of a color shift at off angles, but the curvature lets you see to the edges of the screen without noticeable distortion. The ultra-wide format gives you extra screen real estate for having multiple windows open at the same time, and it's great for productivity and creative applications like photo editing and digital art. I found it quite useful for video editing too, as I could see more of the timeline all at once. The display brightness goes up to 300 nits, which is not the brightest monitor I've used, but it supports HDR10 and is still plenty bright without being harsh on my eyes. Colors look well saturated, accurate, and lively. However, even in HDR picture mode, colors aren't as vivid as on the OLED panel of my laptop, since the contrast ratio is 3000 to 1 versus essentially unlimited. If you're having trouble distinguishing objects in dark scenes, increasing black stabilizer in the OSD may help. The screen also has 8-bit color that covers 99% of the sRGB color gamut, though not the wider DCI P3. One feature I found interesting is the color weakness picture mode, which is designed to assist those with red-green color blindness. There's also a reader mode that lowers contrast and blue light and desaturates the screen for easier reading of text with less eye strain. The HDR effect picture mode produces the brightest and boldest colors, though they can sometimes feel unnaturally intense. Although the max refresh rate of 100Hz is less than that of current-gen gaming monitors, motion on it still looks fairly smooth when scrolling through text and moving windows. That plus its 5 millisecond G-to-G response time still makes it a usable screen for casual gaming. As for watching movies in full screen at 21:9 ratio, your mileage may vary whether or not you'll see black bars on the left and right sides of the screen if you're using a streaming service that doesn't natively support this format. Remember that this monitor doesn't have built-in speakers, so you need to plug in external speakers or headphones to the aux port. DP Alt Mode lets me connect my phone or laptop to the display via USB-C, provided it has display out capabilities. When receiving signals from multiple inputs, you can have the monitor auto-switch or display both inputs side by side using the PBP option in the OSD menu. Just note that some of the settings like picture mode are not available in PBP. Overall, this is a very nice ultra-wide monitor that will work great for most non-gaming uses, including digital art and video content creation. Text is crisp and clear, visuals are smooth, and color and contrast look great whether streaming video, gaming, or simply browsing the web. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.